local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Power your business with confidence. Harris Electric brings over 75 years of trusted experience to commercial and agricultural operations of every size. From full installations to ongoing maintenance, Harris Electric delivers solutions that keep you running. Harris Electric at harriselectric.ca or call 780-875-3336. We're excited today to talk to Kathryn Edwards and some of the cast members of the center stage studio production of Shrek The Musical Jr, which begins May 8th at the Vic Juba Community Theatre. Joining Kathryn today are Kadence Trachuk, Ruby Hickman, and Addison Elliott. They are all here to talk to us in just a couple moments. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. After all, it is superior water. Chase the Ace is back at the Lloydminster exhibition with tickets on sale now for draw number 2, and that will take place tomorrow night. It's only week 2, but the jackpot already over $26,000. So that means there are 51 cards in the deck, and you can get your tickets 1 for $10, 3 for $20, 8 for $50, and 20 for $100. 3 different ways to buy those tickets. You can buy in person, you can buy online at lloydex.com, and you can e-transfer. And if you're e-transferring, there are some rules to follow, like using the password CTALEX. And you'll need your name and your phone number. And cutoff for that is noon on Wednesdays. The Rotary Club of Vermilion will be holding their huge garage sale this week, starting on Thursday at 5 p.m. and running through Saturday at the Vermilion Curling Club and the Butler Building. Bernie Webb told us that this is a very popular garage sale with many gently used items, and she told us that through the years, the Rotary Club has become a well-oiled machine, and people appreciate that.
Because we have it so well organized, and it has a reputation of, if you're looking for something, you'll know exactly where to look, because we have things organized by Christmas, by appliances, by electronics, housewares, and then we have a huge furniture section. That's just in the curling rink. And then in the Butler Building is everything for outside.
Last weekend was the Kids Got a Dinner Theater, and it was very successful and popular. And we have another dinner theater to tell you about, but this one is north of Maidstone. The Spruce Lake Playgroup is holding a dinner theater on April 25th at the Milton Community Hall. Tickets for Your Wife Is Who are available by contacting Kelsey at 306-895-8353. It's time now for the Lloydminster Look Back, brought to you by Exhaust Masters Lloydminster. Smooth out life's bumpy road with suspension, brakes, shocks, and struts from Exhaust Masters Lloydminster. See exhaustmasters.ca or call 780-875-8851. And with the tax season here and wrapping up soon, we take you back to 1993 and find out about a brand new way of filing your taxes.
We actually call it harvest time is what it is, because
income tax time is here. And although the deadline is not until April 30th, local accountant Jim Leckie says this year more of his clients are filing early.
I think they've finally clued in that the sooner they file their income tax return, the sooner their position is established with Revenue Canada to receive these other benefits.
Leckie says some income tax regulations are changing. He says there are some new rules regarding common law spouses and child benefits. But technology is also changing the way tax forms are being filed, including an electronic filing system.
On this electronic basis, it seems to take about a week for the check to come back. And to mail it in, it'll take a week to get processed down there, let alone get your money back. So I think it turns it around substantially quicker, I believe.
It's just very straightforward.
Revenue Canada is providing an information booth at the Lloyd Mall until Saturday afternoon in an attempt to shed some light on the income tax system. It can be pretty confusing to the average person, and accountant Jim Spenrath says unless you read all of the information, you may miss something important.
Common things that are missed are, for example, medical expenses. Everyone thinks of things like teeth and glasses, optometrists, chiropractors, but they often miss things like the traveling costs associated with medical expenses.
2 toll-free numbers have been set up to answer any questions on filing a tax return. In Alberta, call 1-800-232-1966. And in Saskatchewan, the number is 1-800-667-2083. Like he says, if you have too many questions, you may want to hire an accountant.
It's just like making a cake. If you make a cake every day 10 times, you're going to be a lot better at making cakes than somebody that does it once a year. And you don't have to read the recipe every time, you know.
Darcy Modine, NewsHour.
Get your nominations in today for Cupcakes for Caregivers. We're heading out later this week to deliver more delicious cupcakes to a deserving caregiver. If you know someone that you think should be recognized, you can email livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and just tell us about that special caregiver. Cupcakes for Caregivers is brought to you by Lloydminster Sobeys and Umbrella Marketing and Design. It's just a really easy and great way to say thank you for those who are so often overlooked. Welcome to Wellings of Lloydminster, in a community of ageless explorers. At Wellings, age is but a number and adventure always part of the day. Come experience care freedom living at Wellings of Lloydminster, where adults 55 plus enjoy a vibrant, stress-free way of life with a whole lot of fun. Stop in and say hello to their new general manager, Nicole, and you can find them at 7211 72nd Avenue on the Alberta side, and visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for more. Wellings of Lloydminster, care freedom living starts here. Nicole does a great job over there. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out more about Shrek the Musical Jr.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster is proud to be your 100% locally owned and operated furniture store with a focus on Canadian-made quality furniture. Shop their tremendous selection of beautiful living room sets, stylish sectionals, and comfy recliners. Border City Furniture also offers many different sizes of dinettes, as well as incredible bedroom sets and mattresses. Stop in and see Calvin and Ryan for the best customer service experience in Lloyd. They've got the awards to prove it. Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster, where the sale never ends. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. And BioClean Disaster Services is not only going to take care of your property and your belongings, but they're going to take care of you and your family when any kind of fire, flood, or any kind of disaster hits, such as we've seen with some seepage into some basements these days with all that snow. You want to call the experts at BioClean Disaster Services. They will take care of your property and your belongings. but it becomes taking care of you. And you're going to want updates on where your restoration project is at. Their communication is second to none. BioClean Disaster Services, Lloydminster's largest restoration company. They're also Lloydminster's local restoration company. I want to welcome you back to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Our guests today are Kadence Trachuk, who stars as Shrek, Ruby Hickman, who will be starring as Princess Fiona, and Addison Elliott, sitting right beside me here, who will be starring as the donkey. That's the good role, I think. And the owner of Center Stage Studios, Kathryn Edwards, is also here to talk to us about what is happening with Center Stage Studios as well. And she said to me, you called it Central Suite Studios yesterday, so I apologize. It is Center Stage Studios, and it's downtown, right in the old Furniture Clinic building. And so, what's with Shrek? How come Shrek, Kathryn?
Well, I guess it was about a year ago. I always try to think a couple of years ahead, or at least a year ahead, just to plan like what shows we're going to be doing. And I actually directed Shrek when I worked at Lakeland College, so it was actually 10 years ago this year. That was just a lucky coincidence. But we were all kind of getting ready for one of our shows, and I think one of the Shrek songs came on, because it's just like a whole party backstage when we get ready. Like, the kids are singing, the show tunes are blasting, and I think it was a Shrek song that came on. And I kind of thought back and I was like, man, that was such a fun show. And I think that was all I said, to them. And then it got me thinking, I'm like, oh, that, not only is it a really fun show, but there's a lot of roles too. And so I think that was the other important thing, is because our program has expanded so much, and we have so many talented kids. So one of the tricky things is finding a show where you can really let everybody shine and let them have their moments. And so this show is really great for that, because there are so many characters that are almost like caricaturish, right? So it really allows these guys to just bring their own flavor to the character, and just really bring their own personalities, make them their own, and just have fun with it. And so that's the script itself is really, really fun. I mean, anyone who's watched the shows knows the shows are hilarious, right? So so the musical itself really follows that vein. So it just gave the kids a lot of time for each of them to shine. So,
how many students do you have right now?
So right now in our musical theater program, we have 102 kids. So yeah,
wow.
Yeah, we have a lot of kids in our program, which is great. And so what we actually had to do, and we've done this in past shows as well. When we did Dare to Dream there in November, we put everyone on stage. It was kind of like a one-off show that we did. And so we had to really strategically figure out how to put 102 kids on the Vic Juba stage. So with this one, just because of the nature of the show, what we ended up doing is our intermediate classes, we split those two up. So the intermediates actually alternate the shows that they're in. The Spotlight kids, those are the ones that are really committed to, they come twice a week. It's more of like our intensive class. So they're in every performance. And then our beginners, they are kindergarten to grade 2. They also alternate shows as well. So
how do you decide who gets what role?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the casting, that is, I would say, if someone had to ask me, one of the hardest parts of my job itself is casting, because they're all so talented, and it takes hours, sometimes days. I'll sit down and I kind of have this little chart that I do, and I go, so if I put this person here, and then if I put this person here, and then I switch it around, and then sometimes I'll call up my stage manager and get her input, because I second guess, triple guess myself. And so it's this year we actually had callbacks where I brought people back in for a second run through, just so I could kind of see and compare again. It really is a tricky it's the trickiest part of the job, and probably the one that takes definitely the most thought process as well. But yeah, so we end up kind of who is kind of best suited, personality wise, what they bring to the character vocally as well. That also, there's a lot of factors that go into it. It's not an easy It's not easy. Sometimes I've actually joked. I'm like, you know what? I'll just let you guys cast it, and then because I think they could figure it out. Apparently, they do that already. So,
Did you guys do that this time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you knew who was going to be. So, Kadence, you're playing Shrek.
Yeah.
Obviously, you look nothing like Shrek. So, what made you want to play the role of Shrek?
Honestly, I like just getting myself out there as much as I can, and the role of Shrek kind of just like spoke to me. You know, I like trying new things, and I've always kind of played comedic characters, whereas Shrek has a bit of grumpiness but also comedic relief. So there's a lot of like dynamics that Shrek has, and yeah.
He also has an accent.
Yeah, he does.
So do you do the accent?
Oh yeah, I try my best.
Okay,
yeah.
how did you learn that accent? Did you just sit down and watch the movie over and over?
Yeah, I definitely watched a bunch of different like parts of Shrek and kind of tried to portray those as best as I could, but it also kind of has my own little thing to it as well. So
yeah, usually I can help with dialects. Like that's kind of like a little rabbit hole that I go down, and I enjoy it. A Scottish accent I can't do. I've tried, and then they all laugh at me because I couldn't help her with that one. I'm like, the best I can say is like donkey. And see, that doesn't even sound Scottish.
No.
Like that's
doesn't even sound Irish.
I don't know what that sounds like.
Kadence, can you give us a little taste of?
Of course. Hold on, let me think. No, layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it? We both have layers.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Okay, what about the makeup and everything? Like, have you even had that opportunity to get dressed up yet as Shrek? And how the heck do you get your head this big?
Well, I do have like some padding and everything, but
Me too.
And then I'm gonna have like a green face, and I think probably like a prosthetic nose that we were
Yeah,
trying on earlier.
the prosthetic nose just came the other day. So
Yeah, so there'll be
you
a
get to
few
ogre
little-
fire a bit.
Yeah, there'll be a few little things that we're gonna do, but
Yeah. So have you done it yet? Have you had the makeup and everything on yet?
no, we haven't tried out the makeup aspect yet, but we have tried like the costume and everything. Like we're getting it fitted and everything. So
Okay, speaking of looking nothing like your character, you're playing, for crying out loud, Addison, you're playing the donkey. Okay, and that's a fun role. That is a really fun role. How did you prepare for that? And why did you want it?
Well, I've done musical theater for a couple years now, and from all the roles I've played so far, I've had more of the not somber, but more of the serious characters. So I thought it would be a good change of pace to like have that comedy role.
And how do you get how are you guys going to do the donkey? Similar to what we saw with the snowman, Olaf?
No. So this one is actually like a full like she gets to wear like the onesie, and she has hooves, and
okay.
We
okay.
also have a prosthetic nose. I don't know. That one is that's the thing is when you
That would
order
change
these
your
things
voice,
on
yeah.
when you order these things online, you kind of have to guess what they're going to come and look like. So we might have to do some adapting with it to make it work, but and makeup, there's always the joys of makeup and all that. And
So
yeah.
do you try to be as blunt and as loud as Donkey?
Definitely as loud. I scream a lot in this show.
Can you
And
give us an
jump.
example?
Like as a scream?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's a scream, but
Specifically in the dragon scene, I'm just yelling a whole bunch because of, I guess he's scared about the dragon and then Shrek leaves. So I think that what boosts him a little more to be scared.
how close is the Junior to the movie and what we know about what we know from Shrek?
It's pretty similar to the first movie. So
Okay.
yeah, like the storyline is basically the same because it's the junior version. They do take out a few parts, not too much with the storyline itself, but just even like the scenes, like with the magic mirror and stuff. And like I said, the Broadway musical also added in some elements that the junior version doesn't as well, but there's like a whole scene with Lord Farquaad in I think it's like a hot tub or something like that. Yeah. And he starts going on about his past, and that's another character that's going to be really great is Lord Farquaad. So yeah.
Ruby, take us through why you wanted to play Fiona.
Well, who plays her in like the Broadway production is Sutton Foster, and I've always loved Sutton Foster, so that kind of had a play in it. And She's got great songs, and she has like a lot of depth to her character and like different layers. So then there's kind of moments where I can be more serious and moments where I get to kind of like sneak that little bit of ogreness in with her character, and it's super fun scenes with these guys. So yeah, it's just a really fun character, and like definitely adds to like good to a resume.
Yeah. There's one song in there.
Good to a resume.
Yeah. It's a good resume.
Yeah, and the musical. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I thought you were going to say it was fun.
No, these girls take it seriously.
They really do.
They want to continue after they graduate here, so they're already thinking ahead, and that's, I think, also something that when we're casting and stuff too, is that the kids that I know that are taking this seriously and they want to pursue this as a career, because you can pursue it as a career. That's something also as well that I'm sitting there going, okay, you can put this on your resume, because you know they do think ahead that way. So yeah.
So how are your ticket sales?
Really good. We do still have some available. We're really pushing to sell out to the audience, because
how many shows?
There's 3 shows. So we have one Friday evening, then a Saturday matinee at 3, and a Sunday matinee at 3. So the Saturday one is, I think, our best selling one at this point. That one is almost sold out, but there is still tickets available. But like it's such a fun show, and it's one that's really across the board. It's got like, well, like the movie Shrek, they have sort of like that humor that parents find funny, but also kids find funny, right? Yeah. Like there's it's got those layers of like humor that so any age is going to enjoy it. And there is one song in here called I Think I've Got You Beat. I'm not going to give too much away, but the last time we did it, like the kids just go nuts because it's hilarious. And I think the parents will too, but yeah, it's a really funny song. So you have to figure out why, but I won't give it away.
Are you guys always checking for ticket sales and like, what are ticket sales like?
Yes.
I think they do more than I do. Like same with the parents.
Once a day I go on there and check and see and like count all
see how
them.
many people will be there.
Yeah.
It matters to you guys. Like you'd love to see it. Like it actually matters. Yeah. Like we want to play to a sold out crowd.
And because we can like see in the audience, and when we can see everyone, like that just makes it so much better.
We feed off the audience.
Yeah, when the audience like gives in to what we're doing.
Yeah, that's the beauty of live theater, right? Is you have that crowd that you can see, and and that's one thing that we always talk about with live theater is, it's like a conversation that you have with the audience. They're coming and supporting, and so then you want to bring your best to perform for them and entertain them. They bring the laughter back. It's like this reciprocation. Yeah, it's a give and take. And you don't get that with yes, things like live concerts and so anything that's live, right? You go to a movie and that doesn't happen as much, but you can feel that energy off the stage and on the stage, you can feel that energy from the audience as well. Yeah.
So for tickets?
So tickets, you can call the box office, so the Vic Juba box office, 780-872-7400, or you can go to their website, vicjubatheater.ca. That's one thing, I know that they put out this warning as well, but just be careful that, if you're getting your tickets, that you're getting it directly from the website. I know in last couple of years we've had scammers out there, and even on Facebook, there's people that jump on there and they try to sell tickets, and it's like, it's crazy. I'm like, does that mean we've made it now that the people are trying to?
I was going to say maybe it's a point of pride, right? Yeah.
I don't know, but just buyer beware that only buy off of the website.
So all 3 of these ladies are off to provincials, and we're going to talk more about that when we return here on Live with Kurt Bryce, presented by Harris Electric.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we take pride in our quality products and outstanding service. Our custom processing goes far beyond just cutting your meat. There's also a very popular in-store cuts and fresh sausage cooler with all your family's needs and budget in mind. Planning a wedding, family reunion, or weekend get-together? Let us prepare a mouth-watering roast beef, pulled pork, or brisket to perfection just for you. Or take it home and prepare it yourself with one of our incredible Yoder smokers. Diamond 7 Meats, locally owned, family owned, and proudly serving the farm families and communities of the Midwest.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome back to Alive with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electrics. Our guests today are Kadence Trachuk, who stars as Shrek, Ruby Hickman, who will be starring as Princess Fiona, and Addison Elliott, who will be starring as the donkey. And of course, we have the owner of Center Stage Studios with us. Kathryn Edwards is here as well. Really appreciate you guys coming in and giving us some of your time. And you guys have invested a lot of time, and we've talked a little bit about these three ladies want to do something with their careers going forward. Ruby, you talked about having things on your resume to put forward and stuff like that. And Kadence, you were a big winner last year at, what was it called, Canada West?
Canada West, yeah.
I look at it like that. Is that different than provincials?
It is. So it's a separate competition. It like the provincial level of it happens within the provincial music festival, but it is like on a separate day, and it's technically a separate like a separate competition on its own. So
right.
Yeah.
So tell us about your performance last year to win that.
Well, it was definitely a journey starting at locals and then going all the way to westerns. I definitely had a lot of fun. All of those songs last year were like the best. I loved them all. But yeah, I love like provincials and Canada West. I love just performing different characters all the time, and like being able to be like a different person and everything is really like just something special to me, because it's really cool to just step on stage and be like, I'm not myself anymore, I'm a different person, and then do it again, but different with a different character. So
Ruby, you've won Canada West before in the past as well.
Yeah.
You're heading again this year to provincials.
Yeah.
What got you involved with? I know it's kind of in your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so my sister started music or like voice lessons and music festival when she was in kindergarten, and then by the time I got to kindergarten, I did as well. And then with provincials, it was kind of just like Kathryn suggested it. Like, I think it'd be a good idea, and then from there, yeah, like I've been performing in local festival since I was in kindergarten, and then I started provincials when I was about 11 or 12-ish, I think, and yeah, ever since then.
I think you were younger than that. I think she was 10 when I think you were 10.
Oh, maybe.
But we bumped you up to like the because you were in the 1300 for quite a while.
Yeah.
So Addison, what got you involved with wanting to perform?
Yeah, I think I have done musical theater, whether it's just been like camps, but I've done it for a very long time. And then after I started like really getting more invested in theater, I started voice lessons. And then I think after my first year of voice lessons, I joined provincials because I saw not provincials, festival. And then because I saw all my friends doing it and it looked so fun. So I was like, okay, I think I'll give this a try. And then after a couple years of festival, I think I did provincials, which this is my first year.
So playing the donkey,
Yeah.
he has such a different voice. Do you feel like do you kind of play down your voice when you play a character like Donkey, whose voice is so kind of rough? Like,
Yeah. So I wouldn't say I really go into like the male perspective of it, but more of like just like the loud, not obnoxious, but very energetic version of it.
how hard is that to do? When I imagine for a young lady as yourself, it would be just normal just sing regular pop music and use your voice to the best of your ability.
Well, it's very different with his songs because they're lower than what I usually sing, but we just put it up an octave.
Exactly. Yeah.
We just put it up an octave usually in one of my songs, but I tend to have like a lower-ish range, so I say my voice fits the range a bit better.
That's awesome. What do you want to do, Addison? Where do you want to take this?
I would say I want to continue it all through. I think I want to go farther too. I've done multiple stuff outside of center stage too, like with the high school. I was in their production of Percy Jackson.
And you're heading to provincials?
Yes, I am.
Is it how many times have you been to provincials, or is this the first time?
This is my first time.
First time? So what do you learn from these ladies about going to, and how helpful have they been?
They have been so helpful. They are just the most supportive people ever, I think. Like, I could not have asked for better people to have supporting me through this journey. I think it's just very exciting to, like, continue this journey with them, too, because it's just, it's amazing.
Kadence, you kind of lead by example?
I try.
Do you find it a little bit stressful sometimes? Like, you got the major role, you're going to school. How do you balance everything?
Honestly, I don't find it too stressful because it's like what I love and I always want to be doing it. School is, I don't always want to be doing it, but I would say definitely with like theater and acting and everything, I try my best to just like be in it as much as I can and put myself out there as much as I can because I know it's what I want to pursue and I know that I want to go as far as possible with it. So. And
Ruby, do you sometimes feel like it's expected from you? Being in the family?
Not expected as much, and I guess like maybe if I personally was a different person, I would maybe feel that way. But like, I just also love it so much and I've always loved it since I was super duper little. And it's definitely what I'm passionate about. So I feel like they've never had to put that expectation almost, if you know what I mean. Like I've always just, I've loved it so much. So I didn't feel like there was pressure or anything like that.
Yeah. Kathryn, have you built kind of a, like they're talking about how they help each other, how they mentor each other. Have you built that into the next level of performers coming up each
absolutely. So one thing I think, and we, the parents have talked about this, the kids themselves, like we talk about this a lot about, the older kids kind of mentoring the kids below them and as they get older. And that's just something that has naturally happened in the program over the years as well. Like I tell them, I said, when you get out and you're doing this as a career, you're going to find people, and this is just the way it is, you're going to find people that aren't as supportive. You're going to find, those people who are wanting your roles, and the competition is fierce. And so, with that there can be some, things like backstabbing and things like that happen in the industry. But we have, I've said, like, we have a rare bird. Like, it's very, very special that, these girls, like all the kids in the program, they're all so supportive of one another. And, like I said, the older people, when they're kind of in their senior years, they're the ones that are then now mentoring the younger kids, the beginners, and kind of taking them under their wing. And the younger kids are seeing these older kids going, this is what I want to do. And seeing the successes that they do in, provincials and things like that, or in their careers, and going, oh, I want that too. So they're just inspired. They really just inspire one another, and they just make each other greater. And I think that's like, it's a really special thing that we have there. It's not competitive. That's why I said, I'm like, they could cast themselves if they wanted to. And they've done that before, where they'll one person will back off of a role and say, I had one person in an audition this year, and she was doing like, I wanted her to do a callback for a few roles, and she came right out and said, she goes, you can, we can do this. She goes, but I think so and so would be better for the part. I'm like, that's like, yeah, like it's, and I respected that so much, because she said, like, I'll read, but I think this person is kind of the better person for the job. And so like the support, that support system, and it comes from the top down. Like it comes from our parent volunteers as well. Like we have so many parent volunteers. It sounds really cliche to say it feels like a family, but it really is. Like it really does feel like it's that family vibe all the way around. Yeah.
Addison, where's this role of donkey rate and what you've done in the past?
I think it's definitely the biggest because last year I played Gil in Finding Nemo, and the year before that I was middle Anna in Frozen, and then before that I was Eric and Matilda, which those are like I wouldn't say very big, but they're definitely supporting characters. And this one also being a supporting character of Shrek, but a little bigger, having his own like character arc, I'd say, is like different, and it's like.
Yeah, you're pretty much always on stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kadence, for you, you've played some big roles.
Yeah, definitely. I would say this one's like my biggest main though, because it's like the name of the show.
Yeah.
But I have definitely played my fair share of bigger roles, but I would say this one's honestly my favorite so far because I've had lots of fun with just this cast too, because everyone's so supportive and like everything. So I would say this one's probably like my biggest and also my favorite role yet. So.
And Ruby, for you, where's this one rank?
This one's definitely high up there. I don't know if it beats Matilda because I just love Matilda so much, but like this show is incredible, and like Kadence said, like this cast, like everyone is just so perfect for every role, and like everyone's just doing such a good job, and I love the role that I love that I get to play Fiona, and it's cool like working with everyone and like with the younger Fionas as well, because there's like kind of I don't know if montage is the right word, but like where there's like younger versions of me. And so that's super fun. But yeah, I would definitely say it's high up there with the rest of them.
Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate this. And good luck on May 8th, 9th, and 10th with Shrek The Musical Jr. at the Vic Juba Community Theatre. And that's at vicjubatheater.ca, and also at 780-872-7400. And good luck at Westerns too.
Thank you.
We always enjoy you guys coming in. We hope you keep coming back, and we wish you all the best of luck in the future.
And we thank you for your support. You always have us on your show, and you're highlighting the arts in our community, and that's really important. We have so much talent here, and so many talented kids, and it's really important that we support that and cultivate and grow it in our community.
It's always great to highlight something I know nothing about. So we're back with you tomorrow. We'll be on the road. We're going to Truck Zone for something completely different. Truck Zone has their heavy duty showcase coming up on Thursday. We're going to preview that. They've got over $10,000 in prizes to give away. They've got free food coming up on Thursday. They've got demonstrations. We're going to tell you all about it tomorrow, 5 p.m. live from Truck Zone on Live with Kirk Price, presented by Harris Electric.